All right, gentlemen. All right, kings. Welcome back. So we're gonna take a look at a video about this new thing, this soft guy era drizzle. I guess it's a response to some chick influencer on social media who did sprinkle. I guess it's that women should be showered and adored and all the stuff. And then guys are like, you know what? You wanted all this equality and we gave it to you, and now you're like, well, I want equality when it benefits me, but when equality doesn't benefit me, well, then I want, traditional treatment. But I want traditional treatment only when it benefits me, because if it doesn't benefit me, well, then I want equality. And guys are like, you know what? I can't win. You do this hopscotching a la carte attitude. You pick it when you want it, and when you don't, it's like, I don't know how to deal with you. So now guys are like, hey, equality works both ways. So if you want to be spoiled, sprinkle, I want to be spoiled, drizzle. So basically, it's using women's own rules and logic against them, and they're just like, does not compute, like, like a robot, when it has like a logical flaw, it starts shooting sparks out of its head. Well, I guess that's what these women are doing, and they're freaking out because they can't handle it when we play the game better than they do. When we play their game better than they do. How about that?
What are you going to withhold from women in any meaningful way that is going to force us to meet your conditions and demands?
Baby, I've been off of social media for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And I come back and y'all talking about drizzle. Soft guy era. I blame you, sprinkle woman. That's who I blame for this. Absolutely. Y'all think that y'all can go to the complete opposite end of the spectrum? You can be in the far right or the far left and not expect men to follow? Ladies, I want you to understand something very, very quickly. Men follow the trends of women. And I wish that if you understood this, that you would know how powerful a woman really is. When women started getting this super independent, I don't need no man mentality, what did men do? They started acting like that women didn't need no man, right?
Exactly. Thank you. We backed off because when you are constantly going to berate us of men, you're weirdos, you're creeps, you're perverts, you're S word, SAs, I'm sure you know what that means for the whole YouTube censorship. Man, go away. Man, you make us uncomfortable. Man, leave us alone. And we're like, you know what? You wanted it, you got it. And then when you get attacked, you're like, oh, where are all the men? Where are all the real men to come and defend me and protect me and provide for me? We gave you what you wanted, right? You wanted equality. You complained for equality because you didn't have it. Then you got it. And now you complain that you have it because you're not being treated like a lady. Well, I'm a strong and independent boss babe. Don't need no man. Okay, then handle it. And they go, what happened to chivalry? It's like as a guy, you just can't win with these modern women. What do you want? I don't know. And it's like, if you don't know, how am I supposed to know? It's just so sick of this stuff. And I'm so glad that I really don't know how many guys out in the wild, so to say, are actually going to use this whole drizzle thing and this whole equality thing against women. But I mean, because it seems to be more prevalent online, but I've noticed that when I'm walking around my neighborhood, probably about four, maybe five instances, I've seen guys get out the car, go to the opposite side, and open up the car for the woman. I'm not making a joke about this. I've seen that. And I'm thinking, like, hey, her hands aren't broken, her arms aren't broken. And if she's going to claim this, well, I'm a traditional woman, then you know what, fine. Then you better be traditional. You better be a virgin on your wedding night. Because if you're not, why should I give traditional treatment to a non-traditional woman?
Of course, I'm not talking about all men. I'm just talking about the men who fall into that category. And you are INDEPENDENT. Right? When you started doing all of that, what did the men do? They started getting a little bit sassier. They started getting a little bit more feminine. And again, that's because men follow the trends of women.
I would highly disagree with that. I mean, now, maybe she could say, well, because men are becoming women now, then hey, you know what? If she says that, then I can't argue against it. But what do you mean the trends of women? Being on head meds, having crippling sadness, being tens of thousands of dollars in student loan debt? I mean, what trends is she talking about?
So when you get to the point of talking about sprinkle, and using men for money and not loving them, right? And not wanting to have actual relationships with them, but them just taking care of you, them just tricking on you essentially, what did you think was going to happen? They were going to follow the trend. Later.
Well, I would say one of two things would happen. Either guys would say, you know what? It's not worth it. I'm taking me and my wallet and I'm bailing. I'm getting out. Or like she's saying, you know, they're just using your own rules and logic against you. You want to be spoiled? Well, so do I.
Ladies, I wish you understood that if you wanted men to act a certain type of way, that you have the power to control that. And that's all I got to say about this. Y'all be safe.
Okay, in terms of the whole drizzle thing, it's not even worth acknowledging because it's just like, it's an insult to my intelligence to acknowledge it.
And yet she's going to make a video about it, insulting her own intelligence. Women in logic, just gotta love it, don't you?
But something I keep thinking about, and it just pleases me so. It's not like this yet, but this is the world that I dream of. I dream of a world where women have the power that men have, where we are the people who make up the majority of office. We make up the majority of political positions, make up the majority of CEOs, make up the majority of people in finance.
And what is stopping you from achieving this? What is stopping you from going into finance? What is stopping you from going into construction? Or do they not want the dirty jobs? They want the pretty title jobs, CEO, CFO, you know, all the high paying, high status jobs. Hey, if you want to dig a ditch in that hot California sun, go grab a pickaxe. Go grab a shovel. You want to do masonry work, carpentry work? Hey, no one's stopping you. But no, you want the air conditioned job. I want to be a personal assistant. I want to be a personal shopper. I want to be a secretary. I want to be a receptionist. I want to be inside, cool, calm, you know, room controlled temperatures. I don't want to sweat. I don't want to get dirty. If you wanted to be equal, then be equal. See, this is why I think at a certain point, we just can't give women the choice to do what they want. I think we need to force equality. And I mean absolutely force it. Because they want to talk about, oh, the wage gap and men make more money and blah, 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 blah. Did you not take into account it depends on the type of job you do, the hours worked, that men take more dangerous jobs, that men are more willing to relocate for the jobs, sacrifice vacation and family time to make more? I mean, you can't complain about making less when you work less. So I think instead of giving them, hey, there's the freedom of choice, it needs to be forced equality. 50% men and women on construction, 50% men and women in receptionist. And none of this trans thing to get around that, like a little loophole. Well, I'm a man, but I identify as a woman. No. Forced equality, because then you can't complain about some imaginary wage gap anymore.
We're the ones who have all the power in society. I would love to be in my 50s and my 60s and dating guys in their 20s just so they can like sit around and look pretty, and I have the resources and I give them the resources at my leisure.
So she wants to be a female John. She wants some gigolos. Is that what she wants? She wants gigolos when she's 80 or when she's 50 and 60. Hey, oh, okay, you do you.
And they're just around to make me look good in social environments. Something to have my arms, something to make me feel young. I love the idea of that world.
Tell me you're single without children, without telling me that you are single and without children.
We're not there yet. If y'all think you're gonna get beautiful young women to shower you in gifts, no. That's just not the way the world works right now. But you guys are more than welcome to go get yourselves a sugar mama. In the meantime, I think women, the young women, should either be dating men who give them resources and provide for them, or they should be alone and running for office, getting into finance, getting their finances in order, starting businesses. So in 30, 40 years, we can have the upper hand, and then we can drizzle something on y'all if y'all cute enough.
Okay, Go right ahead. What's stopping you? What is stopping you from getting your finances in order? And she talks about this like someone's holding her down. The patriarchy has restricted me from making a business and having my finances. You know what? You should have your own finances. You should have your own car. It's so mind-boggling that women will talk about this like, well, I got my own job. I pays my own bills. Yeah, no shit. You're an adult. You are handling basic ass adult responsibilities, but you're touting it off like it's a massive accomplishment. I mean, you don't see guys going around, well, I'm a strong and independent man. I got a job and I got a car and I pay my bills on time. And we're like, yeah, you're an adult. So what? But when women do it, oh, queen. Oh, let me bow down to you. Oh, yes. So strong, so stunning, so brave. Get the F out of here with this crap.
How about that? And as long as y'all talking about some drizzle and making your little TikToks or whatever you're doing, instead of hitting gym, clocking the fuck in, you're going to be losing this race.
They swear like she swears like guys taking 5 minutes to make a TikTok. It is, yes. Let me make a 5-minute TikTok, but I'm going to completely ignore my 8-hour job, and I'm not going to go to the gym I'm going to take all this time. I'm going to sacrifice all of this for this itty bitty little bitty TikTok. She swears like guys are just sitting on their ass playing video games and jerking off, going, "Oh, drizzle." What a moron.
You're going to be falling behind, and you're already very behind. You're behind and you had a head start.
Oh, you're already behind. But I dream of a world where women have the same power as men. The majority of politicians, the majority. Okay, then how are men behind then? If you're aspiring to be as good as a man, then how are men behind? That doesn't make sense.
So I suggest you log off and clock in.
Okay, Drizzle came from the Sprinkle lady that was a while back. Like, she would basically, her expectations of what she wanted to do when she was dating, like, you're not going to take me to just normal restaurant. You need to take me to a high-end restaurant, sprinkle. You're going to open car doors for me, sprinkle. So that's where the Drizzle came from. And it basically started from one of these incel alpha dudes. And so
so now that we are using their own rules and logic against them, oh, you're an incel because you can't get laid. But women, we're stunning and brave. We have expectations. We have preferences. But when a man does the exact same thing, oh, he's just a loser. He's just a bald neck beard, whatever, incel video game playing loser that can't get laid. Oh, I'm sorry. If I'm using your own rules and logic against you, then shouldn't you be a femcel? Isn't it possible that maybe you're not getting a man? And listen, I have no problem. I have no problem with going on a date and taking a woman to dinner. I have no problem with opening up the restaurant door for them. I'm not opening up the car door, okay? That's just too much. This isn't 1954. This is 2024, all right? But I have no problem giving traditional treatment to a traditional woman. Okay? I think that's fair. You want to be treated with kindness and respect, and me not to make a fool out of you and embarrass you in front of your friends and family. That's cool. But you got to respect me. You got to appreciate what I bring to the table. Hey, ask me how my day was. Maybe I had a crappy day at work. Ladies, sometimes a little text, even in the middle of the day, like, "Oh, how's your day, hun?" Good. That can go a long way for a guy. Listen, I can appreciate the small things.
So they started making all of these videos that is like, women are going to, I'm not going to pay for dinner, drizzle. I'm not going to open doors for you. Women are going to come to me. Women are going to come to my house. So they kind of redid the whole sprinkle thing and used drizzle. And, women, of course, went into the comment sections, because the whole point of, this behavior from men is why women are rejecting men, why the whole 4B thing is. These were the men that were using these behaviors and saying these nasty things to women are the whole reason why we're in this situation. So they think that it was a real gotcha because they saw that women were reacting the same way that men were reacting to sprinkle, sprinkle, not realizing that it's because women were reacting that way because this is the behavior. These are the types of things that men have always done. They've always treated us with disrespect. So it's...
Excuse me, but in what world is opening up your car door, opening up the restaurant door, paying for your dinner, providing, protecting you, taking you on vacation, letting you live in our houses, how is that disrespect exactly? How? Please enlighten me, oh modern woman.
all of the kind of incels, alpha guys that think it's a real gotcha. I showed you, didn't I? I showed you. When women are like, well, it was a good joke. It was a good joke. And most other men are like, you just look ridiculous and pathetic. But good joke. All right. Everyone's like, good joke. Congrats, you pulled one over. But it's the men that are telling themselves what masters of the universe they are because they were able to, get women to, react to them or whatever it is they think they have. And now they just assume that any woman who comes in and still reacts to their drizzle, we're all broke women. We're all women that don't have men. We're all unmarried women. We're all single moms. We're all the things that they would say. So it actually was just a funny little joke, but they...
Oh, wait. Oh, I almost had it. Almost. If you could see, no ring on her finger.
told themselves that they are masters of the universe.
Ah, damn, there it was. Did you see it, guys? Look at that. A ring on that finger? No.
But even the simple fact that most people in my comments will go, what is drizzle? I've never even heard of drizzle, is the simple fact that it really wasn't a thing and they actually do look pretty pathetic. Instead of just saying, ha, we got a joke on you, we got one over on you.
Okay, she's going to call it pathetic, but we're using your own rules and logic against you. So for the equality that you fought so hard to achieve, if we're pathetic, wouldn't you be pathetic? Because you're handling the sprinkle lady?
They will come back and say, yeah, it's all the women that are just pathetic, treat us the same way that they were treating us for the reason that we did reject men and are having the 4B movement. I don't get it.
To the men out there, if you're unable to put some money in my hand, what is your purpose? Why are you trying to approach me if you're not trying to make my life better? Drizzle.
See, it's crap like this is why the MGTOW thing exists. Maybe I just want to get to know you. Hey, how you doing? Money, please. Hey, my name is such and such. Money, please. It's if you're going to have that just abrasive approach right from the get-go, no wonder guys was you know what? I'm done. Lady, I don't even know your middle name, and you're asking me to audit just right from the get-go, provide a lifestyle for you? It's funny. Well, if you're not putting money in my hand, then you a broke guy. You a dusty. I'm sorry, do you not have a job? Are you not able to pay your own bills like an adult, like a basic ass adult? But no, now it's incumbent upon guys because you're well, guys need to provide and protect for women. Yes, well, women need to cook, clean, and be pure on their wedding nights. How dare you? Oh, the audacity. I'm sorry, if you're allowed to have preferences, why can't we? It's just men are shamed for their preferences. It's such a sad world, but hopefully women will learn.
If you're not trying to pay my rent What is your purpose in talking to me? Okay? Why do you want to talk to me if your first answer is what bills do you need?
Jesus.
What is your car note due? How much is your rent? Okay? Take me to Rodeo and let me spend whatever I want. If that's not your purpose, why are you trying to approach me? Drizzle, okay? If you don't want to put gas in my car, pay for my lunch, keep it moving, because there's other men that will. Drizzle.
No. That's sprinkle. Bitch, you pay my rent. Drizzle. You pay my bills, my car note, my car bill. Drizzle. You take me to Rodeo Drive. Drizzle. No. What you want is that sprinkle crap. And you know what? Guy, this is why this drizzle crap exists. Because we see this garbage nonsense. They're like, you know what? If this is what women are, then you know what? We will give women the equality they fought so hard to achieve. So sprinkle, drizzle. You want equality? Equality works both ways. Equal rights and equal punishment. I don't know what to tell you guys. But you know what? I'm glad. I'm glad that guys are kind of waking up to these absurd, ridiculous expectations, because this is the part of social media that I absolutely hate about the internet, is that you can have basic ass women like here saying, well, look how many guys are in my DMs. Look how many guys want me. They think just because a guy will bed them does not mean a guy will wed them. Listen, you will have the full spectrum, the array, the buffet of men. You will have doctors, DJs, artists, sports athletes, bodybuilders, financial experts, janitors. You will have the entire gambit of the career spectrum, if you will, of guys, wanting to sleep with you. But the true testament to a woman is not how many guys she can sleep with. The true testament to a woman's desirability is the caliber of man that will commit to her. And not just say like, oh yeah, baby, I date you. No. What your coochie is worth is the caliber of man that's willing to put a ring on that finger. So maybe your coochie is Dr. Coochie. Maybe your coochie is a professional NBA star coochie. Or maybe your coochie is just busted up Burger King, dusty, broke guy coochie. Who knows? I mean, these women just, women and logic are just like oil and water. They just don't mix. Anyways, guys, I know this is a little bit of a longer video, but if you reach this point, I thank you for your patience of listening to me rant and rave about the internet today. As always, take care and take it easy.